Sit back, relax, because you're listening to Native Music Fest, featuring the rockin' sounds of Native musicians from Bois Forte and beyond. Tracy Bone is a Juno Award-nominated country singer and songwriter from Manitoba, Canada. She was partially raised on the Kissi-Kwiinin Ojibwe First Nation Reserve, where her dad is enrolled in the southwest part of Manitoba. Growing up, Tracy spent her time between the city and the reservation in the country. But it was the reservation where she felt most comfortable.
I found that being on the reservation, I felt a lot more freedom and a lot more safety in the sense of having my cousins, family, and the outdoors to be my playground.
She grew up mostly with her mother. Her father was in and out of her life. The lack of a father figure has had a profound impact on her life, which she chose to express through her music. One song she wrote about is called Me and Mama.
My mama raised me good, did everything she could. She was daddy, 'cause he couldn't be.
Bone grew up not knowing her language or culture. Both her grandmothers went to residential boarding schools in Canada, where they were stripped of their way of life. That experience, she explains, got passed down to her.
From their lives as young women, young girls, I should say, growing into young women who became mothers. And I remember speaking with my grandmother on my mother's side about her experiences, because I really needed to understand what it meant to come from that background, to carry that type of history. So it was very important for me as an artist and as a woman and as a mother to understand where I had come from.
She wrote a song about that, too. Tracy had these words of encouragement for anybody who wants to be an artist, whether that means being involved in music or any other artistic profession.
I think anyone and everyone has a creative spark within them. One of the things that I've learned about who I am as a creative person is that I have this fire within me, which is also my Lakota name, which is keeps the fire. And so I encourage each and every one of you out there, youth to adults, to elders, to the children. I think the children already got this covered, but once we get a little bit older, we start to get shy. We start to pull back a little bit. And then once we become an adult, we sometimes, we say, oh, I used to do that, or I used to play guitar, or I used to sing, But once we can actually tap back into that childlike creativity of who we were when we were young, and we could just be free with music and be free with our songs and be free with our voices, I think that is the absolute best encouragement I can give someone, is just to go back into your old self when you were 5, when you were skipping around and dancing to music that was just playing on the radio, or you hear the drum and you could just feel that and it makes your body move. That you just sing a song without worrying about how it sounds or whether you're in the right key or right note. That music is just, it's healing, it's the flow, it's life. Everything about creativity is within each and every one of us, and it's up to us to believe that we can bring that out and believe that that's something that we can do that will help heal one another and, of course, heal ourselves.
For KBFT, I'm Allison Herrera. Native Music Fest is a production of the Nett Lake Radio Project and is supported by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.